Om Amen Graal. We are going to speak just a few minutes, a few hints on the mystery of the Holy Grail that come to us from the 12th century on the literature level, but as a cup that makes the connections between the spiritual and material world, between the divine and human being, between the sacred and the profane, has been existing in all traditions, either in the Persia and India, either in the Celts or in the Islamic tradition. If it has become more prominent in the Christian literature as the cycle of the Grail and the quest of the Grail, we cannot forget that from all corners of the world, this symbol has been used as a meaning to signify the quest for the inner self, the quest for the opening to the spirit or to the God reality. Each being in its own self is a grail, is a cup, and that cup has to be purified, has to become strong and fit to receive the finest and subtle vibrations, ideas, energies coming from the higher realms. The quest of the Grail, either as a jihad, as a quest of warriors that are fighting mostly against their own defects, trying to make their souls bright without fears, without treachery, without treason, without unlove and ending compassion. So this Holy Grail is received and transmitted by the ones who have fight for raising themselves from a mere state of animality or passivity or unconsciousness to a higher state of harmony and of aspiration to receive these blessings, these lights, this strength from the Holy Grail. We can say also that this Holy Grail is a symbol of the tradition, of the spiritual tradition of this realization. And so it symbolizes the masters, it symbolizes the perennial tradition, meaning that substantial transmission of a living experience of the spirit within, a living experience of the unity of all religions, a living experience of the presence of God within. So these masters, these warriors who can carry the grail, meaning are they distribute their blessings, their inspirations from their teachings and from their invisible realms. So the Holy Grail makes reference to that tradition of the masters and of the spiritual path. And this spiritual path is to be searched and lived for every being. So this Holy Grail has much to do with the spiritual path and the every time, every day. What can we more say on practicability of this quest of the Holy Grail? This Holy Grail is also meaning, as a meaning, that state of spiritual awareness that is an all-pervading field of conscious, of intelligence and love. Call it either logos, either this all-pervading spirit or the Son of God. Each one of us has to become more open to this spiritual awareness, and to do that he has to become a cup. To become a cup means to become receptive. He must make his soul or her soul receptive to the higher levels of himself and of the cosmos. And that process is the spiritual path. And in that process, the meditation is a most essential practice. By meditation, we mean not only a state of being in the middle, medium stare, in which we are interdialoguing, intercommunicating with others from a common center that is this logos that is living within all us, but also trying to reach within by a spiritual inwardness the experience of the light and love and inspirations of this spirit. And so in meditation we try to become aware of the state of our body and breathing and mind thoughts, and we harmonize them. We open as a chalice to the cosmic breathing for the cosmic energies, and we withdraw and we inspire the light energies, and we retain them, and we fortify our body and physical and psychical body. By a certain time of this practice, slowly the thoughts become to subside, and then you can become more aware of the awareness. You can be more in silence, and you can begin to receive the lights of the spirit, the inspirations, and then your identification begins to go out of the limitation of the physical body, and you become more the spirit, the spiritual being that is in your own body, but goes out of that body, that can expand its consciousness and have communion with the higher and all-pervading consciousness. So the Grail is a kind of connection or conjunction between your own spirit and the all-pervading spirit, and it has certainly more deepest levels of communion with divinity and having conversation with the spiritual beings, either the masters, either the angels. So, in the history, we had also these Knights Templars and the Knights Brothers in other traditions and other religions, meaning this fraternity of men and women that are in search of their own self, that is the spirit, the spark of the divinity that is within our own body and soul, and that has to come out and become our true reality, and irradiating the love and the light and the wisdom and the power of the Spirit of the God. So, we have spoken a little on the Holy Grail. If you want to meditate, you can try time to time to see your Grail, either in your art as also in your psychic body, in your subtle body, in your spiritual body, becoming a cup, a vessel of abundance, a vessel of plenitude that has the spirit within, and as the spirit has to become a light for the world to shine and to radiate harmony for all beings and things. So, if you wanna know, we are going to stop this registration, but you can meditate more time and you can repeat the name of Grail or Graal and try to send it within. Don't say it to the outside, but say it to the within, and try to breathe this cosmic ocean of energy of God and release yourself from the limitations, either from posture, either from thoughts and feelings, and be blessed by the divinity and by the awakening of the holy tradition of the Holy Grail. Grail, Graal, Grail, home, raise your energy, raise by the power of the verb, of the word, of the Kotodama, as we say in the Shinto tradition. This meaning the Shakti in the Indian tradition. Raise your own power and become that spirit. Om Tat Sat. You are that spirit is another mantra and prayer that is part of the Grail tradition that you can use also. Om Tat Sat. Graal, Grail, Graal. Amen. Hum. Yong. Hu.